The summer break is almost over and Hell Let Loose competitive is about to kick off again. The number of leagues and tournaments for Hell Let Loose in the upcoming season or months seems to be growing, and we got all kinds of different leagues and tournaments coming up like ECL, HCA and the seasonal. Now this is a really good sign and a good development for the Hell Let Loose community in my opinion, because it will drive more attention towards the game, grow the player and fan base, and it usually means teams are going to step it up in terms of preparation, skill and so on. I reckon for players following competitive Hell Let Loose, or if you're about to get into Hell Let Loose competitive, now is an absolute great time to do it. We got some exciting games coming up in the next month. In this video I will kick it off with a preview of the ECL League, how does the format work, what teams are participating and so on. Before we dive into what is ECL, I want to thank Captain Toxic for providing me with the necessary resources to make this, and of course the other people that are behind the organization of ECL. Now the European Community League, or in short ECL, got formed from a German community league. The format was working well for them, but there were only 8 teams participating in it, and it was too short to run it as a proper league. Now, to solve this problem, the organizers of GCL stepped it up and created a league called ECL, which involves European top teams and up-and-coming teams to take the crown. Most of these teams were already participating in the seasonal, and which I will do a preview in another video. But what is amazing about the ECL, it is one of the largest competitive Hell Let Loose leagues or tournaments at the moment. There are currently 28 teams participating from all over Europe. The ECL format is based on a division system, where teams are divided into 4 divisions, which we go over in a second. Now ECL is point based, and I have to say this format is well chosen. There are 5 points of grabs per match, so let's say Team A wins the match with 5-0 against Team B, Team A will get 5 points. Now if the same Team A plays Team B and the end result is 3-2 for Team A will get 3 points and Team B will get 2 points. All in all, it's a fair system, where even if you have close games and you lost, you still get some precious points on the board. And it also forces teams to keep playing out the match till the bitter end. They are already doing that, but this gives it another incentive, because that extra single point can give you an edge in the rankings. Each team will play against each other twice, basically the same as football, or whatever sport you want to compare it to. You've got a home and an away match. If Team A loses the first match, they will get a chance to revenge themselves in the second match and grab the points back. In the end, the winner of a division or the ranking will be based on those points, and the winner will of course be the one with the most points. The teams are divided into 4 divisions, and just like the Premier League, there will be promotions and relegations. The winner of a division will go up to the next division, and the second to last in a division will play a relegation match against the runner-up in a lower division. So let's grab Team A again. Let's say Team A wins in the 4th division, they automatically promote to the 3rd division. Team B will automatically relegate to a lower division, and in this example Team C and D will have to fight it out to either go up the division or stay in their divisions. I hope it makes sense like this, and the best comparison I can give you, or I can make, is by comparing it to the Premier League and all the divisions or leagues below that. As an added extra rule, ECL will be enforcing another anti-cheat on top of the already existing easy anti-cheat. Each team will have to have a maximum of 5 players that are using Moss anti-cheat. Moss anti-cheat is a third-party anti-cheat software that's being used in some other competitive leagues, and it will add an extra layer of cheat protection. If you want to know more about Moss anti-cheat, check the link in the description below. It is a good thing that they enforce this, and it will create a more or fair playing field. From the announcement video I couldn't find out if these players are chosen at random, or that each team can choose their own players to run Moss anti-cheat to comply with the ECL regulations. Now that we gone over how the format works, let's have a look at which team is in what division. The initial seeding for these were done by using 3 methods. The first method they used is the HELO or Hell Let Loose Elo Score system that's developed by Soxys. And I will not go over the full calculations. Again, there's a link in the description with an in-depth explanation on how it is calculated. But in short, it gives teams a default score or starting score of 600 Elo, and there are multiple factors which adds or detracts Elo score like game result, match type, number of played games and so on. You can find a full list of what Elo score and what team got in the official ECL Discord, which is also in the description below. Another method they used is that they gave all the teams a seed list and the teams had to make their own tier list where they ranked each team. They cobbled these 2 lists together and a final check was done by the organizers of the ECL to see if it's somewhat accurate and no funky results were present in it. In total there are 4 divisions where Division 1 holds the strongest team and is the Premier League. Now I have to admit I don't know all the teams, but it's great to see this many teams participating and boy it's gonna be exciting all these matches. Each division is properly stacked and we're going to see amazing matches and amazing tactics and I can't wait for what shenanigans they're gonna pull off. For example, in Division 1 you got multiple teams that are seasonal winners and are really closely matched to each other. The ECL starts on the 3rd of September and the teams will be given 2 weeks to plan and prepare for a match, but the match will have to be played in this 2-week window. First half of ECL will run until the 10th of December and after that there will be a much needed winter break before everyone will go guns blazing again on the 7th of January for the second half of the ECL. The second half of ECL will run until the 18th of March and on the 18th of March the ECL will conclude and we will know who will take the crown. Time for some bold predictions. What is going to happen or, well, what's going to happen we don't know for sure, but what do we think will happen? So for this section I've asked different team managers or representatives to give their bold predictions on who will come out on top in every division. Let's go over the different predictions per division. For Division 1, well, everyone has Core pegged as the winner. And I can definitely understand where this is coming from. They always have been a strong team in the past and in the seasonal. For the runner-up and the 3rd position there are some slight differences, but the common ground is that DC Raptors will end up in the top 3 and that Greyhounds or WTH will end up in the top 3 of the 1st division as well. For the 2nd division there are some interesting differences in opinions on who will take the crown here. But that's the fun thing with predictions. Some have picked Int 38 Infantry for the top spot to rise up towards the 1st division, but in general the teams to watch out for are Hated, 38, Exodus, Let Loose and BTS 2. Another interesting thing to watch is the 3rd and 4th division, since there are a lot of unknowns here. Either teams haven't been seen on the competitive scene before, or it's just really hard to gauge them on where they stand, since this division is so closely matched or closely stacked. So we might see some surprising results here. We definitely see this back in the bold predictions the different players gave me, so these divisions can also have some really interesting results and upsets. I also would like to take this opportunity to thank the different team reps and giving their personal predictions, namely WTH Reform Gamer, Core Havold, Raptors, OD Panda, 82nd Gem and DC Soul Reaver. Thank you so much for providing me these and I wonder where everyone will end up in the end. So where to watch? There's a long list of streamers that will be covering the matches and you can find all of them on Twitch. Now your best bet to grab all the action is to head over to the ECL Discord, where they have a stream announcement channel and there's a link to their Discord in the description below. In this Discord server you can also follow all the latest news and updates concerning the ECL. All in all, I'm very excited for the ECL and I think it's a good and interesting format which will give us some great action and some great matches for the upcoming months. It is also good development in the Hell Let Loose competitive scene, which will push teams even further and maybe make the fan base or player base even bigger. For the upcoming weeks and months I will see if we can get a round table together and do a 2-weekly recap of the matches with members or representatives from all the different teams that are participating. Leave a comment with your predictions or what do you think about the ECL. And again, for more information, head over to the official ECL Discord. For now, thank you for watching.